Hello, and welcome to another episode of Small Business Saturday Shout Out with me, your host, Alicia Couri. I am so excited today. We have two amazing women. Now, I'm going to give a little bit of a disclaimer here because we're having some technical difficulties, so we'll see what happens, but we're gonna do the best we can right now. So again, like I said, I'm Alicia Couri, your host today, and we're in Small Business Saturday Shout Out group on Facebook. So hi, everybody in Facebook land. If you're in the group, hello. If you want to chat with me or chat in the show and you're in the Small Business Saturday Shout Out community on Facebook, just make sure you put your name first in the chat, because Facebook blocks your name and your identity if you're chatting in the group, if you're commenting in the group, if you comment in the group, just either sign off with your name or let me know your name ahead of time, and that way I can acknowledge you fully. So our Facebook group is facebook.com/groups/small business Saturday shout out. So if you're watching on YouTube, hi YouTube. If you're watching us on YouTube and you want to join our community of Small Business Saturday shout out community, small business owners, come on over to Facebook, and there's the link going across the bottom. So you're welcome to join us. Also, for those of you who are watching on Facebook, head on over to my YouTube channel and subscribe, because I got a lot more content other than these shows. We have a lot of other content over there about building confidence, and my podcast, Leading with Audacious Confidence, and just some other really fun things over there on my YouTube channel. So go to youtube.com/C/Alicia Couri, blah, 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 blah. Getting a little tongue-tied. So Small Business Saturday Shout Out. This community is all about empowering each other, supporting one another. And this show is here to give you an opportunity to have a marketing asset for your business. Not just one marketing asset, but you can be a guest on this show. You get the download of the video, and then you can break this up into multiple little sound bites, little snippets, B-roll for anything that you need, either in your social media posts. You can use it on your website. You can use it for multiple things, including a sizzle reel if you want to do more media. So you can take this interview and chop it up and use it in, you can repurpose it in so many ways. So this is one way that you can get support here in the Small Business Saturday Shout Out community. Another way is we've started these 30-second commercials. So if you want like a little 30-second clip of you talking about your business, who you are, what you do, who you serve, you can just DM me, let me know, and we'll make room for you for a 30-second clip. You can come on between guests and just give us your 30-second pitch for your company, for who you are and what you do. And then there's a third way that you can get a shout out on Saturdays. So the first way is you can have a guest interview, which is what we're going to do in a few minutes. The second way is to do a 30-second commercial live right here with me. And the third way, the third way is if you just want a shout out during the show, if you want a live shout out during the show, in the comments, put your name, your business or company name, and how people can get in touch with you. So if it's your website, your email, an 800 number, however people can get in touch with you, put your name, your business name, and how people can get in touch with you. And I will shout you out between guests, not while we have the guests on, but I will go back and shout you out between, closing off one guest before I introduce the next guest. So the 3 ways you can get a shout out. So I'm so excited. And then another thing we're offering in this community are masterclasses. So if you have a certain expertise in business development or whatever it is, you have a certain expertise that you would like to host a masterclass with me here, just let me know. You can DM me and say you wanna be a masterclass instructor. And we had one last week. It was great. It was all about finding and hiring the right support staff for your business. If you're looking to outsource that part of your business and find support staff that is overseas. And our guest was Matthew Yays, and he gave us so many great tips and tools and what to look for and how to hire and even some software suggestions to help the workflow go well. And so if you missed that masterclass, scroll down. It's going to be there for another few days. I'm going to keep it up in the group for a few more days. So you can look at that masterclass. And then we have another one coming up. We have another masterclass coming up on February 9th at 8:30 p.m. So that's on Tuesday night. So Tuesday, February 9th at 8:30 p.m. Eastern time, our masterclasses are going to be about setting up your business correctly. So how do you, find the right structure, right organizational structure for your business? How do you structure your business correctly? Do you need an LLC? Do you need a C Corp? Do you need an S Corp? What are the things that you need? How do you set up your taxes? All those things we're going to be talking about on Tuesday, because you could be losing out on grants, on different types of loans if your business isn't set up correctly. So we don't want you to lose out on any opportunities for your business if it's not set up correctly. So come on Tuesday, not at 8:30 p.m., Tuesday the 9th at 8:30 p.m., right here on Small Business Saturday. Shout out. It's only going to be broadcast in this community. So if you're on YouTube and you're not in the community, you're not going to see it. So if you want to see the masterclass, come on over and join us on Facebook. And this is the link again going across the bottom. All right. So I am going to bring up our first guest. So let's see if the tech works. Luciana, I hope I'm saying it right, Luciana Turner. So let me just give you a little intro, and then I'm going to bring her up. Luciana Turner is the founder and CEO of the LT&A Group, LLC. Ms. Turner has worked in the government contracting field since 2005 with one of the largest DoD government contractors. Her experience includes 15 years as a government compliance specialist with two-tier 1 government contractors. 12 years in financial reporting and analysis, both profit and nonprofit areas. So welcome to the show, Luciana.
Welcome. It's great to be here.
Yay, we got the tech sorted out.
Woohoo!
It was touch and go for a moment there.
Yes.
So let's talk a little bit first about how you got started with your company. How did that all come about?
As my bio says, I've worked for 2 of the largest government contractors. They're both in the top 10. But while I was working there and working in compliance, I kept hearing our project managers and our program managers have the same complaint. They have to meet these small business goals, but the small businesses being partnered with just could not live up to the requirements. So then they had to switch out. They would have to then give the work to somebody else. And then there's this whole back and forth. Then in the audit process, it got to the point the auditors used to 100% audit our small business and subcontractors because they knew our support wasn't there because our subs weren't strong. So I
Right.
said, okay, there's just something wrong here. Nobody's teaching these people. They don't know what to do. So let me go find a place that's doing it. And I couldn't find anywhere that was actually educating businesses to be compliant and to become power partners.
Wow.
So I started the LT&A group.
Wow. So you saw a need, you saw a gap, you saw a huge gap, which became an opportunity for you to create a business around that. I love that. I love when you're searching for solutions and you can't find the solution, so you are the solution. You become the solution, right?
Yes, I'm the penicillin to this problem.
So tell me, who do you? I mean, I know I said government, DoD contractors, but who is your sweet? What is your sweet spot? Who do you like to work with?
I like to work with emerging small businesses, people who have been in business for roughly 2, 3 years that who already know they don't know, and they're willing to listen and be instructed, and they're impassioned to do the work and do the learning. And that's who I want to work with.
Right. So you want to work with small businesses who want
Yes.
government contracts.
Yes. They see it as a line of revenue, not a get rich quick scheme.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a difference, and I've encountered both.
So tell me what the difference is. Explain to the audience what the difference is.
Unfortunately, government contracting in a lot of ways is presented as a way to get rich quick.
Mm.
Especially with those who are in the underrepresented markets. So this what's being sold is you get certified, they're gonna give you a whole bunch of contracts, you're gonna win a whole lot of money, and that's it.
Wow.
However, the truth is you have to build capacity, you have to build capability, you have to build sustainability, you have to learn the ropes, you have to learn the jargon. Then
Yeah.
you get the contract because you can win the award and lose the contract. And people
Ah,
don't understand that. And then the government likes to do two things. They like to take back because if you can't perform, they're gonna take it back.
right.
And they like to ask for their money back plus their inconvenience. And that's where people don't realize, okay, let me learn some rules so I don't give money back. Because I don't know about nobody else. I don't give money back. Nope.
Mm-mm. Oh,
Uh,
wow. Yeah, I see on Facebook, they're like, wow. So it's really about understanding your business from through the lens of the government
yes.
so that you can be compliant when bidding on these contracts.
Yes. And you have to be compliant throughout. And just because somebody hasn't called you out on something today does not mean they won't do it.
Yeah.
And I think my biggest experience when I first got into government contracting, I first became a compliance officer. And my first audit was where the company I worked for was audited by the Department of Labor. Now, this was in 2006. The audit went back to 2000. They found several noncompliances. We had to fix the noncompliance. We had to do a whole lot of back pay and had to do the calculations. Then we had to prove we fixed the noncompliance. And then they slapped us with a penalty for
Mm.
having a noncompliance in the first place, plus interest that dated back to the first time they found it, which was in 2000. So that's 6 years of penalties and interest.
Oh my goodness.
They
And
make it painful so you don't do it
so
again.
you don't do, wow. So Andy is saying this is so true. She's experienced it with local government. That you're so correct. Yeah.
That,
That is so if you're a small business And like you said, you have to make sure you build capacity, which means you have the people and the infrastructure, and also that you have money to sustain you while you're doing the work, because they don't pay until like 30 days net or something like that after the work. So you have all of that.
Yes, typically you work 30 days, you submit an invoice. For small business, the Prompt Pay Act says they have to pay you 15 days from receipt of a compliant bill. And that's where small businesses go wrong.
Oh.
And one of my project managers on a contract I had, that was actually one of the things he talked about. They kept having to return invoices because they were wrong. They kept having to return. When the government actually go sit there and say, this is what you need to fix, and you still don't fix it, there's a problem.
It's a problem. So I think we need to do a masterclass on this, Luciana. We really do, because I think we need to go step by step, invoicing and everything else, because this is a huge area. If you want government contracts and you're a small business, this is a huge area, the compliance of it, that you need to understand and hire Luciana in order to get you up to speed on it. Because you can't just say, oh yeah, I'm going to sell to the government. I want to sell coaching, or I want to sell whatever it is to the government, and you don't know the ropes.
That is so true. I had been thinking about doing one, so I'm glad you brought that up.
Yeah, we're gonna schedule it out. We're gonna schedule a masterclass. Someone said yes, so we'll schedule one and see what we could do, because this is crazy. I'm like flop. So I'm like, oh my God, they're gonna ask for money back.
I actually have an exercise, and I guess we can include it in the masterclass, while I walk through how they calculate the interest.
Yeah, we'll do
that. That really will blow your mind.
Yeah, that sounds great. So tell me again, how does someone hire you? How does someone get a hold of you and hire you to help them through this process?
Okay. I have one of few ways. You can go to my website at LT&A
LT&A?
LT&A Group.
A&D, spell at the end?
Yes.
Okay. I'm just trying to type it into as you're saying it.
Oh, sure. And I'm in the middle of updating it because I have some new things coming out. But on there's a link to my calendar. We can schedule a time to sit and discuss what you want to do. If you know exactly what you want to do, we can just go ahead and execute that straight off the bat.
So I have already, sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, but if you already know, this is what I want to, this is the government contract I want to get, this is where I want to bid, or this is the agency I want to work with, then they come to you once they have an idea of what it is.
I would suggest you come to me before that, because a lot of businesses think they want to work with this agency, and actually their services would better serve another.
So even to get clarity around that.
Yes.
Go to the website, schedule a call with her so that, you can really get clarity on where your services even will land in government, so that you can know, okay, this is what I need to be working towards. Do you have to be certified?
No. That's just a short answer. Certifications make my teeth itch because of the way it's taught.
Okay.
Certification is a beautiful thing to have. I'm not anti-certification. I'm anti-strategy.
Mm-hmm.
And you can be certified and not know how to use it.
Mm-hmm.
And being certified does not guarantee your contract.
So, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, and I just see a lot of people entering it, and it's because it's the way it's talked about. They think the certification guarantees you, and all the certification does is make you eligible for a set aside. That's all it does.
Okay. All right. So it's not really essential having a different type of certification. Leah Chapman says, yes, teach. Yeah. All right. So, but it's getting the certification, but having a strategy around why you're getting this certification and what to do next to be eligible for certain types of contracts.
Yes, because I was in a training not too long ago, and the holy grail of certifications is the 8A certification. Now that is the only cert where you're almost guaranteed contracts. But there are people, and you only can be 8A certified for 7 years. They just changed it, so don't hold me to that. 7 years. But you know how many companies mess up 6 years before they figure out how to use it? Then they figure it out.
And
And
then
90% of the companies who graduate from 8A certification fail within 1 year. So
oh my goodness.
you need a strategy.
You need a strategy. So where are you located, and is this state by state? Like, is it only, yeah, so different states have different compliances, talk to me a little bit about that.
Okay, on the federal level, everybody plays by the same rule.
Okay.
You're governed by CAS and FAR. So if it's a federal contract, regardless of where the place of work is, you're governed by CAS, you're governed by FAR. That's just the way it is. On a state level, there's a little more subtlety. However, the rules pretty much are the same. If you're a DBE, that's Department of Transportation, same rules across the board.
Mm.
So even though it's considered state level work, it is federally mandated. Therefore, there's a federal requirement attached to it. So,
Okay. God, I'm getting schooled today. Let me tell you. Wow, there's so many things that I don't know about this area of government contracting. And I'm so thankful that Luciana raised her hand and say, let me come on the show and get a shout out for my business. Because listen, LT&A group, you guys need to contact them if you're looking for any kind of government contracting, or to make sure that your business is compliant and that you're submitting things the right way so that you can win those bids and that you can get paid from the government and not penalized in any way. So again, let me put up your website so that people can get a hold of you. So get in touch with Luciana. It's LT&A Group, spell out the and, LT&A Group.com, and book a time on her calendar. Thank you so much, Luciana. This has been really, really informative.
it's my pleasure to be here. I live to serve and to educate people.
And I love that you saw the gap and you created a business to fill it. I love that. All right, so thank you again. If you'd like to hang around, you can hang around until watch our next guest. But other than that, thank you. Is there anything that I should have asked you that you wanted to share just before I let you go?
I wanted to share this one thing. There was a study done that showed that the large contractors, there's your Lockheeds and your General Dynamics, your billion-dollar agencies, only win 28% of anything they go out to bid on. And they only win 32% of opportunities they already had, but they have to recompete on. Wow. So if you don't win everything, don't get discouraged.
Nice.
Every no, I like to say it this way, every no is a not yet.
Exactly.
Learn it, learn from it. They do debriefs. They'll actually tell you why they didn't give you the contract.
Really? That's great.
Go talk to these people, learn what you did wrong, make these changes, because your not yet is going to become a yes if you keep doing work.
All right. Thank you. That's awesome. Thank you so much. And
You're
we'll
welcome.
set up that masterclass. So for those of you who are interested, we will set up that masterclass and have her back doing just a masterclass on government contracting. Thank you so much, Luciana.
You're welcome, and thank you for having me.
Wow, wow, wow. So that was awesome. Thank you so much, Leah. Leah says this was awesome. Thank you. Every no is a not yet. That's right, Marlena. Every no is a not yet. So go to her website. Go to LT&A. Let me put it up again, LTNAgroup.com. Set up an appointment and speak with Luciana about government contracting. If your small business wants to secure some government contracts, that's what she does. That's what she's an expert in, and and you need to understand what steps you need to go through in order to get that done. So this is shout out time. Does anyone have a business that they want to shout out? Marlena, hey Marlena. Marlena is the founder and director of Women of Achievement, and we have a winner coming up in just a second. But I just want to pause for a second and see if anybody wants a shout out. Put your name, like I said, put your name, the name of your business, and how people can get in touch with you, and I'll shout it out right now during this time. So, yeah, Woman of Achievement. Woo woo. See, I don't know if you can see, but behind me, over my shoulder over here, is my crown and sash right there in the case from Woman of Achievement. So, okay, I don't have any shout outs that I see right now. So I am going to bring up my next amazing guest. So stay tuned. Yes, my next guest on Small Business Saturday Shout Out with your host, Alicia Couri, is Lawrie Music. Lawrie Music currently holds the title of 2021 Miss National United States Woman of Achievement. She represented the state of Arkansas as Mrs. Elite Arkansas Woman of Achievement. And Lawrie was born in Waukegan, Illinois. She has been in the agricultural industry for over 33 years and holds a patent in binding aflatoxin. I got it. Lawrie is married to Bill Music, and she has 3 daughters and 6 grandchildren. She lives in Heber Springs, Arkansas, where she directs 3 pageants a year, all of which are fundraisers for various causes. She's on the Single Parent Scholarship Fund Volunteer Board as well, the Ozark Trail Festival Board, and also a member of the Cleburne County Republican Women, where she is heading up the Youth Scholarship Program. So I would love to welcome to the show, to Small Business Saturday Shout Out, Lawrie Music.
It is so good to see you, and thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it.
You're very welcome. So Jennifer Hockaday had said hi, Lawrie, and Marlena sends love. And also, if you want to know more about Woman of Achievement, you can just email Marlena at info@womanofachievement.com. So, Lawrie, let me tell you a little story about Lawrie and my history together, because we met back in 2019. Yes. We both competed for the Mrs. Elite US Woman of Achievement title. Lawrie was first runner up. I won. I thought she was a shoo-in to win. but she was first runner-up and I won. And this year she competed again, and I was so excited to see her again.
Yes, I heard you screaming in the background.
You heard me scream when you won, right?
That was awesome.
I was so excited. So I want to ask, because you do run 3 pageants yourself. So why did you get into pageantry?
Actually, my middle daughter is in pageants, and this woman was helping us, kind of coaching us and telling us about it. And she turned to me and she goes, "Lawrie, why didn't you do this pageant?" And I just laughed at her. I'm like, "I've never done a pageant in my life. I know nothing." Well, I did my first pageant at age 48. And I'm here to tell you women, you're never too old to do a pageant.
I was 50.
You see? Yeah. See, so what I have found by doing pageants, you meet the most incredible women. It's not what people think. People think, oh, it's shallow, it's this. No, you meet some incredible women. You learn from them. These women are doing amazing things in their community. And Marlena, who is the director of the Women of Achievement, just pulls all this raw talent together and explains that it's your life work that we're looking at. And we want to celebrate you for your life work on volunteerism. You know, what are you passionate about? And my platform was on the Single Parent Scholarship Fund. Arkansas is an amazing state that in every single county, we have a single parent scholarship fund. It goes above and beyond. So yes, these men and women have scholarships to help them along the way, but our scholarship goes above and beyond, meaning you can use that money for diapers, for gas, for books, for school, anything you need it to be applied to. Yes, you have to fill out forms. You can't be living with a significant other. You can be living at home or with another family member. You have to have a GPA of 2.0. You have to be, a citizen. So those little things, we do work through those through computers, getting back and forth. But just an amazing platform and just an amazing pageant that Marlena runs, and met women from all over the United States.
Yeah.
Done amazing work in their communities. And I'm just glad that there's pageants like this, that you don't just have to be able to walk beautifully in an evening gown, because this pageant really looks at how you're communicating, what you're passionate about, and what you are doing in your community to service it. So there's 5 different, you and I know pageant weekend is crazy. There's 5 different, very fun, competitive different sections, right?
It's competitive, but you know what? It's a loving competitive. Like nobody's hiding your shoes or ripping out your hair. It's like supportive. We know we're there to compete, but we're also supporting one another in such an amazing way. So
yes. You said that very well. In fact, when I competed against you, one of the reigning queens forgot her, remember how we have to have a red dress for opening number? She forgot her red dress. I had an extra one. So she wore my extra, and that's the give and take. And that's what it really is.
And, you remember Megan Fenyo?
Megan,
yes. Megan. So I loaned her a pair of my shoes because she felt like her shoes weren't tall enough, because she and I are like the same height. We're short people. And she was walking against someone who was much taller than her. And she's like, I don't think my shoes are tall enough. So I loaned her my platform, so that she could walk and feel good, So we all support one another. Oh, there's another one, Nefertina Serrano. Hi.
Yes. And that's what's so beautiful about it, is that you have this venue and we can come on and talk about it and kind of put that stigmatism aside that, oh, pageants, it's all about this or that. And no, it's not. It's really about a womanhood of achievers. And that we are going to lift up one another, and we're going to meet other achievers, because let's face it, we're human. We have some bad days. And isn't it refreshing to have other women that you can reach out to uplift your spirits?
Yeah, absolutely. Hi, Dora. I really enjoyed the time. I'm so thankful for Marlena for encouraging me to do it. So if you get a call from Marlena Martin, let me just say, just say yes. Just say yes.
Just do it.
Get a call from Marlena Martin. Just say yes, whatever you need, Marlena. Because I am so thankful that I did it, because I have met the most amazing women and it's not just from the US, because she has an international pageant as well. So recognizing women from all over the world, you can win a title from everywhere. Marlena says, just say yes. So, and the quality of women is really amazing. You know, we're all doing really incredible things out there, like you said, in the community.
And you don't have to have been doing this for years and years. This is a great place to start. Like if you're saying, you know, I want to kind of volunteer here, well, come onto our pageant and you will learn from other. I mean, we have guest speakers that come in and help us grow and mature. And I found, and I did want to tell you, I remember when I did my first pageant at 48, I grew so much as a person, because I truly believe when you do something that's outside of your comfort zone, that's when you really grow as a person.
Really grow. Yes. It was out of my comfort zone too. I had never done a pageant before in my life, and I just.
Well, you were fabulous.
What the heck? I'm like, what the heck? I'm going to try this. I'm a queen in my own mind anyway, so let's just go ahead and do it. So tell me a little bit about your pageants. What do you do with your pageants?
Oh, sure. So one of the pageants that I developed, it's called The Other Side. We have in our Claiborne County, we have a place called The Other Side, and it's for men that are trying to come out of addictions, be it alcohol or drugs. So I do kind of a fun pageant where they can do like a fun wear and then an evening gown.
So this is for men? Women.
This is for women, but it's to support the men that are trying to be a better parent, to be a better husband, to, you know, to get out of this addiction. So that's what the money goes towards. Now, the other pageant, that's for the Single Parent Scholarship Fund. That's what my platform is. We give the college age winner, you do have to do an onstage question, your gown, your walk. They get $1,000 scholarship. And the team wins $250, and all of the proceeds from the pageant then go to the Single Parent Scholarship Fund of Claiborne County. The third pageant I do is for the Ozark Trail Festival, and this wonderful community picks different organization every year that we're going to give to. So one year it might be, say for like Humane Society. Another year it might be for Lions Club. So that's what all those proceeds go to.
Oh, that's wonderful. That is so great. So you took your 33 years in agricultural industry to start pageantry. Yes. It's amazing. It's amazing. And it's all about giving back to the community that you, that you know, supports you as an individual. Lisa Melanie. Hi, Lisa. Another queen of ours. So what else would you like to share about pageantry and winning your pageant? That was an amazing moment.
The nice thing about winning is you can really focus then on making your appearances and just like you and I talking, just kind of take that rhetoric out that people think pageants are bad. You're able to go forward and say, no, this is wonderful. Look what it can do for you. A lot of people, just to get up on stage and get out of their shyness, that's huge. Interviewing. And my daughter, for instance, she says that pageantry has really helped her when it comes to the interviewing process, that it helped break off all that shyness and that just being scared. You're ready, you're prepared, you can go out into the world and you can get that job. Oh boy, there's just so many positive things to say about it. But it's unfortunate that it's tainted by some programs out there that are just really not giving it any justice.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Even as runner-up, because not everybody can win, right? Not everybody wins, not everybody can win, but you are representing your state. You're a winner representing your state. And when you were runner-up, you still went out and did.
Absolutely. Yes, absolutely. And that was not the first time I was a runner-up. So I've kind of been used to that as well. So you learn that, yes, you're a runner-up, but you know what? You're still all winners because you put the work in, you went, you got up on stage, you answered the questions. We're all winners.
We're
Yes,
all
only one person can wear the crown per year, but we come back. We love one another. It's a great accomplishment.
Great.
But so is first runner-up.
So as first runner-up, I really honestly felt that just being there was winning. Like just making the decision to go and represent my state and be there among everybody else was winning. I have Lisa said to talk about your speech really on women's liberation over the years. It was so inspiring, the speech that you gave.
Thank you.
So and that was the video, you know, the promo video that I shared.
Okay. So, you know, that's the nice thing about this pageant too. You get to be creative. So you can either do a talent, singing, dancing, reciting a poem, or do a speech. So what I did, because in reference to, it's been 100 years, quote 100 years since women had the right to vote. So I thought I'm going to do a speech on women's suffrage. I learned so much more. I thought, 1920, all women could vote. No, I learned that it wasn't until 1924 that actually American Indian women could then have the right to vote. It wasn't until the 1950s that Asian women in America had the right to vote. And it wasn't until 1965 that all Black men and women were allowed to vote. Now, even the 15th Amendment says Black men could vote. But each state said if a Black man would go to vote, they'd say, oh, you owe a polling tax. And you also have to take a literacy test or else we won't let you vote. And they didn't let these gentlemen vote. So it wasn't until 1965 when we can finally say every person in America who is a legal citizen can now vote.
Had the right to vote. Yeah, it was so, stuff that you brought out in that speech. I mean, it was a speech and a talent. You were dressed up. You had the whole thing. Marlena says that's crazy. You know, you really went all out for that. I mean, how long had you practiced that?
I had started on, I started on it kind of in the summer, getting the outfit together because I thought we were going to be competing in November, but because of COVID, we had to push it. But I'd been writing that for a long time. And then Marlena's like, you know, you only have so many minutes because I could have gone on for 20.
And I think we would have listened to you on and on and on because it was so great.
I had so many more details. I didn't even get to explain why I had that yellow rose on the sash. The yellow rose, if you wore one, meant that you were supporting women's suffrage. If you wore a red rose, back then men would wear, you know, little roses in their lapels. If you wore a red one, that meant, no, I am not supporting women's suffrage.
Wow.
Yeah. So little tidbit.
And you won an award for that, right? You won a speech, an award for your speech?
No, I won an award for my platform.
For your platform, that's what it was. For the single parent scholarship fund.
Yes.
So that's what you won an award for that.
With the single parent scholarship fund, we not only give out a scholarship check, we also put together workshops, how to cook on a budget. We also have a maintenance person that if you want to learn how to take care of your car, he will show you. Just all those little tidbits, even how to get like your first time home loan, to apply for a home loan. Just all these little things that I wish I would have known, you know, when I was
I think every college student needs to go through that too.
Yes. And how to interview, you know, what to wear, how to write your resume. We had people come in and they did mock interviews. That was really helpful.
That is very helpful. So if you don't join a pageant to learn how to interview, skills. Right. So the pageant, again, it's Woman of Achievement.
Yes.
And you have a speech or talent. You have a platform. You have to prepare a platform table.
Yes.
And also a
personal interview.
Your personal interview, but about the platform, you have to write why is your platform important to you. Yes. You do a personal interview, And then you have like the gown and sportswear and all of that as well. So there's a lot that happens. So a lot of people, when they look at pageants, they just see that final day, you know, where they're in their swimsuit and but there's so much more in judging that happens behind the scenes that you don't ever get to really see all of that. So just so you know, there's a lot that goes into these weekend extravaganzas. I have to say, it's like there's so much going on. Oh, well, Lawrie, I was so excited to have you raise your hand and say, yes, I want to come on the show and talk about Women of Achievement and talk about my platform. So thank you so much for that. Is there anything else you want to share as we come to a close today?
I just want to reiterate one more time. If you want to go ahead and compete in this pageant, now is the time to sign up for it. It will be next November, possibly in California, possibly in Arizona. Not exactly sure where yet. But again, I'm going to
Marlena. There she is.
There she is. Get a hold of Marlena. And also remember, you are never too old to do a pageant. Never. Don't let anyone tell you differently. You are never too old, because it's a sisterhood. I'm telling you.
Nancy is in her late 60s, was she?
She's young 60s. She's in young 60s. Yeah.
Young 60s. All right. Yes. You can at any age. We're just shouting some people out. Okay. November 2021. Nefertina is competing. Yes. November 2021. Yay.
Yes.
Jennifer Hockaday. We all go to Arizona. Marlena, are you listening? All right. Well, thank you so much again.
Thank you. And love all my sister queens. It's going to be a remarkable year.
Yes. Yay. All right. Well, thank you so much again, Lawrie Music, and we'll see you again next time.
Thank you, Alicia. Thank you for watching.
So that was Lawrie Music, and she is Miss National United States Woman of Achievement for 2021. And so I was so excited to have her here on the show for Small Business Saturday Shout Out. Let's see. Great job. Woman of Achievement is a pageant with substance. Love WOA. Yes, we do. We're looking at bringing it back to Arizona. Awesome. And Nefertina says, I know I'm ready. She's already a queen. Yes, you are, Nefertina. You definitely are. So that's it for this episode. But I did have a shout out. Leah had put her info. So I want to shout out Leah Chapman's business. It's Tavern LLC. There's an N in front of it. I don't know if that's silent, but it's tavern.com. info@ntavern.com. 734-480-8065, helping you rebuild what's been broken, starting with the head. So Leah Chapman, thank you so much. If I messed that up, sorry, Leah. Maybe you need to come on and do a 30-second commercial for yourself. So this has been Small Business Saturday Shout Out. I'm your host, Alicia Couri. And again, I just want to share with you that if you would like a shout out, we do shout outs every Saturday. And there are 3 ways that you can get a shout out. Number 1 is you can be a guest on the show and have me interview you, and you actually get a download of your own interview so that then you can repurpose that in your marketing. That's an asset for you to use in whichever way you choose to use it. Number 2 is the 30-second shout out, where you can come on live with me and have your own 30-second commercial. Make sure you have it ready to go, because I'm going to put you on and you say who you are, what you do, and who you serve and why it's important. And the 3rd way is just what Leah Chapman did, is you write who you are, what your company name is, how people can get in touch with you, and just like a brief statement of what you do. And I will shout it out for you live on this show. So that's it for Small Business Saturday shout out. I will see you next week with a whole set of new guests. I'm so excited to see who raises their hand next for a Small Business Saturday shout out. I'll see you next time. Mwah. Bye. Oh, I have one more comment before I say bye. It's from Nicole. Hi, Nicole. We're still tagging people. So thank you so much. And I will see you next time. Bye-bye.